Hello everyone, welcome to Snow Bundle channel. Today we will discuss on the SnowCD. SnowCD is an external software provided by the Snowflake team that is mainly used for troubleshooting the network connection to the Snowflake. Let us check how do we diagnose the network connection with the Snowflake. Also we will discuss on the installation of the SnowCD software. SnowCD leverages the Snowflake host IP addresses along with its ports, which is listed in the system functions. So if the Snowflake is hosted in the public network, then we need to run the system $allow list function in the Snowflake. If the connection is private link network, then we need to run the system allow list private link function, which will list all the IP addresses along with the ports. So this will be mainly used when we wanted to reduce the traffic, URL traffic, so that there will be a limited number of users who would be able to access the URL, and there will be a specific range of IP address that will be defined in the network policies so that any intrusion can be identified easily and that can be restricted. To start with the steps to be performed for the network diagnosis, let us start with downloading the latest version of the SnowCD software from the below link. This is a link which will guide us to downloading the software for the corresponding OS, and the installation guide can be found out in the documentation of the Snowflake in the user guide SnowCD. So that I will be showing it now. This is the SnowCD download URL. Here we can go for a Windows, Linux or the Mac OS. As I am operating in the Windows, so I will be downloading in the Windows. So I already downloaded and installed in my system. The installation is very simple. You just need to download this Windows version and click on install, and the complete guide of installation can be found in the user guide in the Snowflake documentation. Here it is given which function needs to be run in the Snowflake and how it can be installed. So all the details are given. So this is given for the Windows version. This is the download page which will direct to the SnowCD developer page where we can download the file, and we just need to run the MSI file which will install the software in the location or the path which is given during the installation. After this we need to run few commands in the Snowflake and also in the CMD, so that we will discuss now. So once we will install the SnowCD software in the corresponding location, so I have installed in the C drive in the user location. Then we need to run the one of the above system function. So currently my Snowflake URL is in public network site, so I will be running this system $allow list. So when you are working with the client, so that time if the Snowflake is hosted in the private link connection, so that time if you run this allow list private link function, so which will cover all the IP addresses and the ports listed in that. So let us see what all things this allow list will contain. This allow list is mainly used for whitelisting the URLs when the URL is requested for accessing the Snowflake through the port. There are few more concepts related to the DNS settings, so that will come in the private link connectivity that I am not talking in this time, but that can be taken in another video. As I am using the Snowflake trial version, so which will be there in the public network, so I will be running this system allow list function. Then we will see the result. Once we run the above system function, we need to save the result in JSON file. Here I have taken the name as allow list.json and I will be noting the location. After that I need to open the command, then run the below command. The first one is SnowCD version. This is to check the SnowCD installation, and after that I need to run the SnowCD with the location of the allow list.json, which has all the IP addresses and the ports in it. Now I will be moving to the Snowflake. Here I logged in with the account admin role and I will be running this system $allow list function. If you see in the sideway, usually all the generic URL for the Snowflake will be the 443 ports, and for the OCSP the port will be 80. So this will have all the URL for the snow site and the classic console and for the account locator URL and the storage location URL. So all those URLs will be whitelisted so that Snowflake will have all the connection to those URL. So if there is any issue with the URL or the HTTP endpoints which is mentioned in this, so that can be identified through the SnowCD. Now I will go to the command line prompt. So here first I will be running the SnowCD version. So it is 1.0.5. After that, the result of this system function needs to be saved in allowlist.json file name that I will be saving in one of the location. I have saved over here in my local users command. This is the file which is having all the endpoints and the ports which are whitelisted for the Snowflake. Now I will be copying this location and go to command line prompt, then type snowcd location allowlist.json. Here you can see it is performing 48 checks for the submitting host which has been listed, and in that it is showing there is one error or there is one connection issue for the OCSP responder. Here we are getting the OCSP error. OCSP is mainly do the validation for the certification revocation when we wanted to build a secure connection with the other application. Here the connection from the Snowflake to the other application through the connector. So that time the OCSP helps. But however, at this point this error can be ignored. So if there is any other endpoint which is not whitelisted or which is obstructing to connect, so that will be listed over here, with which we can do the troubleshooting and get it fixed. That's it for this video. Thank you. Let me know in comments if there is anything more to be covered on SnowCD.